Good evening, everybody. How are we all on this, mild Thursday evening? Oh, intro music. Sorry, I forgot. We've got to have some intro music for our AFL stuff. What could I possibly find? Which, of course, we'll hear a lot of this year, won't we, boys? Shout out to Kai. We can hold hands and giggle later. So, welcome, guys, to our second AFL break, but, of course, our first 2020 break, which involves these two brand... Oh, stop it. Gerard. Stop it. Shout out to Emily, of course. Yes, the first two boxes of our AFL footy stars. So, as you've probably all seen, there's some really nice cards, and there's some that, the jury's out on. But, nonetheless, the fly to 14th, geez, I think that's fly down, my friend, because unlike the Hawks, we actually made the finals last year. Boom. So the sledging begins. So basically our first break, I have some exciting news which will come at the end of the random as far as other stuff that we have coming up. Now, of course, we have the two NBA breaks that are still going, which it's important to fill those, and that will become apparent in very, very short time why we need to fill those couple up. Thank you to all those I messaged as far as my audit goes. It was actually pretty good. I hadn't really taken a lot of... I'd put it this way, I'll put a lot of trust in your hands. Thanks, Jared. By just, saying, yep, get your payments and all that. There were a couple of people that had missed payments, but you know what? That's life. I've done it to other people before. I've forgotten, and you know what? It's an easy fix. So there was only 2 or 3 messages I had to send out. Everyone's virtually sorted it all out, and we're good to go again now. And that was up to, I think, about 30 breaks, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing stuff that we have been going just over 3 months, and we're now technically up to about our 33rd, 34th break. Quite incredible, and I noticed tonight we are actually up to 57 members. As you recall, my original goal for this little group of ours on the northwest coast of Tassie was to get 50 members all told, and to do a break every couple of weeks. Well, we're averaging about 2.5 breaks a week, obviously with NBA, and I'm sure that's going to ramp up now that footy season's here. For all the new members who are watching this for the first time, there are a couple of pin posts on our page. Please have a look at that. It basically just helps out with letting us know who you go for, both in basketball, football, NFL, whatever, so that we know what you like. Because one of the big things we have in our group, of course, is to try and get everyone their team, which has been very, very successful up to this point. I think, every now and then we don't, but I think as a majority, I know I'm very lucky with the Miami Heat. Hopefully I'm lucky with the Bombers tonight. We're very good on trying to help each other out, and I now know who most of you go for. Of course, also for the people who've just started up, we have a fantasy league for AFL up and going. We also have a footy tipping competition going. The fantasy league has a box of footy stars up for grabs, and Michael Kerr, one of our members, has actually kindly donated a box of Series 2 AFL cards for the tipping competition. So that's pretty amazing stuff there. Look, what else do I have? What other housekeeping? I think that's pretty much it. I'm so just so happy with how this club is, to be honest with you. I'm not going to tear up. It's like I'm thinking about Tyler Herro when he's finally going to get back on the court. And what a fantastic win by the Heat again today. Go the Heat. Poor old Boston yesterday. Shout out to Phil and Sean. Right, without further ado, I've just got a message from Michael Kerr. He's obviously out for a couple of hours, but he will be after the Roos and the Tigers. Hey, Bus, how are you, our resident Brisbane Lions fan? I hope you've got your tipping and your fantasy league teams up to date, my friend. So, like I say, some exciting stuff after the random, but we'll get the random happening. You guys know how it is. We have 18 cards with the numbers. We have 18 numbers and 18 logos for those who've never seen it before. We will start to shuffle these up a bit. What are you umming, Bus? What are you umming? Give me something. I notice we've had a couple of new members in the last few days. Thanks, guys, for adding people and getting people on board. It still surprises me that up until, I think it was 52 or 53 members a couple of days ago, that basically was between Ulverston and Wynyard, no further. So I know a couple of boys from Devonport have just jumped on, so yeah, could get even more hectic for me. Yay. But that's great. I love keeping it local. Oh, hello. Stacks on. What are you arming, Bus? What are you give me something? For all those who don't know, the Bus is Matt Evans. Jay Boxer is Jared Boxall. Shout out to Emily. I had to get Armagard to deliver Jared's cards today because he hadn't picked them up for a few weeks, or hadn't been delivered to him for a few weeks. Right, that's the numbers done. See the bombers fly up. So Conor McKenna's back in the country, thank God. That was starting to worry me, but it looks like Dyson Heppel is... Hey, Philippe! The West Coast Eagle man is in the house. I was just telling everyone about the Fantasy League and the tipping, mate. I hope the Fantasy League is there. Yeah, I know, right, Jared? He was showing off his Kobe Bryant cards today. Mind you, they are beautiful cards. Alright, that's the teams. So, without further ado, here we go, kids. The first 2020 AFL break. Exciting news to finish after this, but let's get stuck into it. Good luck, everyone. Let's hope you get your own team. I hope I get the Bombers. If not, look after me. Let's go. So, spot number 16, which is Mr. Khan Riley. Oh, no. Oh no, Jared. There's going to have to be trading to be done. Khan has the Hawks. Spot 17. Gerard. Missed it by one, mate. The Fremantle Dockers. Geez, that's close. Close. Same, really. About as good as each other. Spot 14, Rebecca Slater. Port Power. We've got the power to win. Could be the Smoky this year. Could be the Riser, just quietly. Underachievers, really. Spot 5, the great man James Hurd's number. That must be... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Hey, Bus. How you doing? Right. Spot 13, Gerard. The Western Bulldogs. Another one that I think will bolt up. Spot 11, Matt Costello. Singula. Spot 6, Matt Evans, the Bus. First up. Geez, I'd like to see. Nope. Adelaide Crows. Spot 7, Troy Barnes. Welcome aboard, Troy, for your first break. He's one of those unique Collingwood supporters who actually still has his teeth. Amazing. Troy, oh, you've got the dreaded... the enemy. Spot 2, Matt Evans. The Sydney Swans. Spot 12, Khan. The Gold Coast Suns. Spot 9, Phil Kirkwood. Welcome to the party, bruv. Oh dear. We'll have to do some swift trading here, Phil. Spot 18, Michael Kerr. GWS Giants. Why didn't that work? That's interesting. Oh, whoa, hello. Sorry. Interesting. We're all very quiet tonight, boys. No AFL banter going on. What the hell? Spot 8. Michael Kerr again. The West Coast Eagles. Spot 10. Justin Roberts. Collingwood. Who obviously beat Richmond the other day, so they obviously believe they are flag favourites. Spot 15, Michael Kerr again. We got one of them, Michael. There's North Melbourne. Got one of his teams. Spot 1, Gerard. Richmond Tigers. Spot 4, Popeye. Welcome to the party, Melbourne. Which leaves spot 3, Matt Evans. I'm pretty confident I know who this is. That would be Geelong, because we are Geelong. That's it, boys. There we go. It's locked in. There is our first break of the year. Phil. Right. You know what to do from here. You know what to do. We've got... yeah, Phil, I know. The trouble is, I've got Brisbane who I have to give to Matt, so there's going to be some very interesting trading to be done. Who ended up getting the Eagles? Oh, Michael Kerr. No, Michael. Okay. Right. So, for those of you who don't know what happens now, the trading frenzy begins. We have a 1 day trading frenzy where everyone tries to get their team. And hopefully the majority of us do. So that's where the fun begins. It's not over till the larger woman gargles. Yes. So trade Geelong to me, please, God. Ah, dear. Right, so, before we get into the trading, everyone knows who I want. Yeah, I know, Troy. I know, mate. You got Cats and you got Essendon to bus, didn't you? Oh, no. Who got Essendon? Oh, Phil got Essendon. Yeah, she got the Cats, brother. Cats and Adelaide, but I have Brisbane. So, yes. Well played. Well played, Phil. The first mum joke of the night. Right, so the exciting news. So this might be our first break, but I think the second break is going to beat it. What I've been able to obtain is this great big box, which is actually bigger than Phil's mum. So, for the next break, and there is some stipulations here, for our next AFL break, we have in here an inner case box of the value packs, which there are 20 of those to an inner case. So 20 of those, 3 packs in each. Obviously each one has a unique insert. So we will be busting one of those next time. The other exciting news is, what arrived at my house today? What's that say? Wow. Wow, look at it all. And let me just say, this is only the first lot I got. These are going off like hotcakes. These are the blaster boxes. Now, I've virtually, I think 2 of every 3 has had an auto in it. It's been crazy. These things are going like hotcakes. We will be doing an optic break. Now, the stipulation is I won't be doing optic until the other breaks that we have listed, which there's 2 of. One I think has probably about 3 spots left. The other one has about 5 or 6. Once they're sold out and ready to be busted, I'll be putting optic up. I do have, and I have been able to get at a reasonable price, a couple of retail boxes of this stuff too. So I've taken a bit of a punt with that, but I think that will work nicely. So optic is in the house. I'll be chasing up some Select, but if everyone's seen the price of Select already, it's horrendous. But anyway, I'll watch this space on that. So to look forward to, we have obviously the inner case of the value packs, which will be the next AFL break. I have secured more boxes of the AFL, which will do some live breaks. Well played, Troy. I will have some boxes for live breaks for our catch-up. And again, for those who are watching first time, we are having a catch-up on the 14th of March. That will be held above Mind Games in Burnie, as most of us are actually from Burnie at this stage. And we will be trading, having a few drinks, some pizza, and just random chit-chat. Plus, of course, I'll bring some boxes and stuff, and we'll just, do some funny shit. That's what we're busting with these ones. Obviously, that's the first wave of our AFL, which is fantastic. Get amongst it. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting trades afoot. I don't have Geelong Rebecca, by the way. Just saying. Who got Geelong? Oh, Matt Evans got Geelong. Who'd you get, Beck? Oh, you got Port Power. Could be interesting. Right. Anyone got anything to add? Don't forget the Fantasy League for AFL, which has a box of footy stars up for grabs. Don't forget the footy tipping to get registered in that. That's got a box of Series 2 AFL cards this year up for grabs as well. Let's try and get those NBA ones done and dusted so I can put the optic up, because I'm busting to get those up and going. Yeah, that's about it, I think. Great win by the Heat today, of course. Boston got back on the winners list, Philip. I suppose you'd be happy. Mind you played the Cavs. Not that I can say too much about the Cavs because they beat the Heat. Connor McKenna's back in the country. That's good news. He's actually at training. Dyson Heppel won't play round 1, so if he's in your dream team, watch out. He will not play round 1. There's my inside mail for you there. Anything else, guys? Come on, you're very quiet tonight. A bit disillusioned. Give me something. No? Nothing? No? Wow. I could play some background music, I suppose. Just while we're thinking. Where is it? I had it up here before. There we go. Our boys who play this random game. Oh, it's a great song. That's a great song. Laying low, Lukey, laying low. I like it, mate. Just like the San Antonio Spurs, laying low. Actually, Adelaide's been laying low. I haven't heard a lot from them either. Phil, stop it. Stop it. Hey, Phil, did you see that game last week between Essendon? Oh, someone's taunting me with a Jimmy Butler card. How friggin' rude. Yeah, Essendon and West Coast last week, Phil. Did you see that? Did you see the result? I didn't quite catch it. Anything there? Yes, I know. God. Normally you blokes are absolutely ramping it up. Mind you, Popeye's not here and Kai's not here to rev us up a bit, so, don't know what's going on there. Alright, well, I will leave you to it. So, let the trading frenzy, we will break this sucker. When will we break it? Because I can't do it tomorrow night. I have a prior engagement. We will break this Saturday afternoon. The perfect time for AFL. We will bust this sucker at one-ish. No, we'll say 2. 2 o'clock, Saturday arvo. We'll break this sucker. There we go. So, to celebrate that, we will do that. Yes, that is very, very true. You don't win premierships in, as I say, in April, but in March. It's very true, Phil. I could not agree with you more. So, we'll break this sucker Saturday arvo. Hopefully, we'll get one of the NBAs or both the... Is that malaria? Is that like a disease, Lucas? What is that? Malaria? What? Who is he? He's a showstopper, is he? What? The Greatest Showman stage show? No? I got to say, I love the look of the showstopper cards, but who picked the players? Seriously. Yeah. I'm a bit bemused by some of the actual... I mean, we've got Andrew McGrath, which I'm not too unhappy about, but yeah, some of the showstoppers, I'm like, really? That's the best you could do? I'm sure, Lucas, you'd probably prefer someone else in the Adelaide team, but I'm not sure who, because, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, don't know. They're nice cards, but I don't know where the checklist comes. My son's actually devastated because, for all those who know Jack, of course he is obsessed with Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Only thing that he's more obsessed about in life is the Essendon Football Club and Orazio Fantasia. He is absolutely obsessed with Orazio, and when it was possible that Orazio was leaving us, well, there were tears. And, I get that. He's passionate about the kid. But, he's no Darcy Parish. What a kid that boy is. And what's with Dylan Shields' hair? Seriously, I'm not sure about that. Weird stuff. Weird. But, yes, back on it. Talk about football all night. So, yeah, get your fantasy teams in, get your tipping teams in, get your trades happening. Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, we will break these buggers open. And hopefully we will continue the run of big hits. The NBA, get those 2 suckers. Like I say, I think one's got 3 spots left or something. The other's got 5 or 6. And then these suckers, that's right, these bad boys will be listed. Okay? So, there is more to come of those as well. As in, I have a couple of retail boxes of those. Righto, guys. Well, I'm off to go and see how I obtain the Bombers and try and get to bus Brisbane and try and get Phil West Coast. And it's going to be a long night by the sounds of it. So, yeah, and a Carlton guy who barracks for Collingwood who's got Carlton. Who would have thought? But he still has teeth, so not sure about that. Not sure. Alright, guys, have a good one. Peace out, and I'll talk to you all later.